We found ourselves in a situation where there'd been a number of things happening around us. My dad had been sick and I was concerned about how I'd look after him if I had to bring him home. We'd had a beam in the roof which had failed and put a crack across the roof. We'd built the house in 1984. It was starting to look a bit tired. We'd never really done much to it over those years. So with all those things coming together, it got us to the situation where we thought, well, it's time to do something. We're now moving on in life, the kids are all gone. Let's do something that's going to work for us for the next 10, 20 years' time. Well, we had this basic idea, well, we need to get the roof fixed. We needed to have bathrooms which actually had wheelchair access if we were seriously going to be wanting to stay here till for the rest of our lives. It's time to then say, well, how are we going to do that? And we had a friend who had used Mastery to do some renovations at their place. So they said, come across and have a look what Mitch has done for us. Once we saw what the work was like and the quality of work, we never bothered going to get any other quotes. We called Mitch in and that's where it all started. Most of our stuff was just the bare basics. We wanted doors which were wide enough to get wheelchairs in. We wanted a screen in the bathroom which would open up to allow wheelchairs and things to get into. That was our ideas. But then Mitch then came along and said, what about this? Why don't you try this? Never actually trying to convince us, but just throwing the ideas on as we went through the process. It was fairly easy to see that he was on top of things. He knew all the new things which were happening, and we were able to incorporate many of those in this project. What surprised me was the amount of work that actually needed to be done, because these guys go right back to basics and just completely do a rebuild. And that's what really impressed me, because I was actually able to see the tiles on the roof and then watch it be rebuilt, and I could see the quality and the skill to put all this together, and that impressed me very much. We're really pleased with the result, and I have no hesitation in using this to show others of the quality and the workmanship that Mastery do.